Now this is going to be fun, guys. We have the top 50 under 21 players in the world based off their value. There might be some players missing on this list that you would expect to be in the top 50, but this is purely based off their value right now in the world of football, and we are going to be rating all 50 of these players into tiers. We have S, A, B, C and D, and I just realised S should be green and D should be red, but it's going to be the other way around for this video, and it's going to be so tough to decide where to put these players. However, just before we start, I want you guys to check out my Amino profile. So if you would like to download this app, you can do with the link in the description. It's completely free, and it's kind of like Instagram and Twitter and quite a lot of social medias all in one, and you can go ahead and check out my brand new story that I've created. As you know, I'm a massive Arsenal fan, and I get a lot of questions about who I would like to sign, so I decided to make a story about the top 5 dream signings within reason that I would like Arsenal to make. And I've gone through defence, midfield, attack. So make sure you check it out. I think you are going to love it. So to find me on the app, it's very simple. You go to communities, and then what you can do is click on the search bar, go to users and just type in MGH, search that, and I am verified. And as you can see right above my name there is the Mustafi fan club. Feel free to join that as well. But honestly, one of my favourite things to do with this app is search for certain things that I want to watch. So let's say you are a massive FIFA fan. Let's go ahead and search in the topics FIFA. And let's see, we've got FIFA 19, 3 stories, 4 communities, and you can go ahead and watch people opening packs, all sorts of stuff. Honestly, I've spent a lot of my time checking out the video game stories, and I highly recommend you guys do too as well. It's absolutely free on iOS and Android. Make sure you download it. A massive thank you to Amino for sponsoring this video. Please do follow me over on there. And now, let's get into the video. Now, there might be 1 or 2 players that I don't actually recognise here, but we'll go through as many as I can. I'm pretty sure I could probably do 48 or so of these. First, we've got Jovic, who just got a move to Real Madrid. I think he is a solid A at the moment because he had such a good season, and I think he will do very well at Real Madrid. We then have Rashford, who, it's difficult. I think a lot of his hype is because he's English, but he's been messed around a little bit with Mourinho, playing him on the left instead of up top. I think as a striker, he goes into A, but as a left midfielder, he probably goes into C. So I'm going to go in the middle. We'll go with B. We then have, is that Cotrona? I think it might be Cotrona from AC Milan. I'm also going to put him into B. I think, although AC Milan brought in Piatek, didn't they? So maybe a C. Oh God, this is going to be a very controversial video. Next, we've got Bergwijn. I haven't seen enough of him to say he's B+. So again, I think I'm going to go with a C here. We then have Maya, who has a lot to prove. I think, though, he does have great potential. He's worth a lot of money, of course. Young German player. But for now, I think he goes into D. And by the way, D isn't bad at all. You've got to think as D being great young player, like fantastic young player. C being very, very good young player. B being absolutely fantastic. A being true superstar. And S being the very best. Okay, that's kind of how I'm seeing this. Next, we have Havertz, who, for me, already at a very well-established club and doing well for Germany as well. So he goes into A for me. We then have Trent Alexander-Arnold, who, for me, I mean, at his age, should be nowhere near as good as he is. And I think because of that, and because of the fact that he helped Liverpool massively in the Champions League to win the Champions League and almost win the Premier League as well, he is genuinely an S for me. He is the very, very best in his position for his age group, for sure. Then we have, oh my God, what's his name? Pulisic. He's just moved to Chelsea, of course. He was on loan for the remaining 6 months of his contract at Dortmund. I think he's probably a C. I would have put him in B if he had been playing so well and didn't get knocked out of the team by Sancho, who is in this list as well, of course. So I think C is probably where I would put him. Next, we have Donna Rumor. I think he's an A. Gets into most teams in the world, pretty much. De Ligt. Oh my God. Is he an S? No, he's not. Next year, he will be. If he moves to Juventus, Bayern, whoever, he will show how good he is. But because he's playing for Ajax, they are not truly a world-class team in terms of, you know, being on the same level as PSG, Barca, Man United, that kind of stature, right? I know that they very much did compete. He's just not, for me, an S. He just isn't. He's an A. He is an A for sure. Then we have Mckenney from Schalke. I don't quite know how he's made it into the top 50 most valuable under-21s. Good player, don't get me wrong, but he is a D. Then we have Berg. I think he's the same. Not playing for a top club yet. Gedson Fernandez is probably going to be a C for me. I think he will get a big move very soon, and he's above these guys here. Then we have, I think it's Chiesa from Fiorentina. I think he is probably a C as well. He's definitely up there. He's starting to really shine, and if he gets a big move, there's no doubt he will be one of the very best. Then we have, I think that's Under from Roma. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing these names wrong. He is a B. I think he's got huge potential, and he's already at a big club like Roma. And then the easiest of them all, really, isn't it? Mbappe is an S. Absolutely. You cannot argue that. I'm sorry, guys, you can't, okay? Then we have Zagadou, plays for Dortmund. I think he's not quite B, but maybe a C. Same with Upamecano and Konate from RB Leipzig. Look at that, 3 French centre-backs already in C there. Then we have Dalot of Manchester United. I think he's probably a D. I don't think he's shown... Maybe a C. I think I'm going to go with D for now. I don't think he's quite shown how good he can be. Although, he's playing for Manchester United. And by what I was saying about De Ligt not being an S because he's not a big club, he already is a big... Well, Ajax are a big club. I don't want to upset Ajax fans. I think you know what I mean, okay? The reputation of Ajax is huge, yes. But if De Ligt was playing for Barcelona and he was playing this well, he'd be an S. You know what I'm trying to say? I think Dalot gets in at C. We'll go with C. Then we have... Jesus, that picture is not very good, is it? We have Rice, Declan Rice of West Ham. I think he is a D. I think, though, he's very close to being a C. We then have Keane of Juventus. He is a D for me as well. Then we have... Is that Valverde from Real Madrid? I think he's probably a D as well. Then we have Ndika, probably a D for me as well. Then we have Vinicius of Real Madrid. He's probably a B. Then we have Bailly. Bailly is the Man United defender, but Bailey is the Jamaican right-sided player, right? Or left-sided. Really big. I'm a big fan of this guy. I'd probably put him in C, though. I don't think he's quite on the same level as Vinicius, for example. Then we've got, is that Zaniola? Zaniola? I believe this is the Roma attacking midfielder. I think he's probably in the D section right now. Then we've got Callum Hudson-Odoi, probably D. Ryan Sessegnon, I think that is. He's probably in the D tier as well. Aouar is, I think, a C. Tonali is probably a D. Hakimi. Oh, some of these are very, very difficult. They really are. I think I'm going to go with a C because he's already shown he can play for Madrid, and he's already shown, of course, while at Dortmund, and he's still got another year, that he's more than capable of playing for the very best. So very impressed with him. So this guy, what's his name? He plays for Valencia, right? I want to say Perez, but I don't think that's his name. Because I don't know his name right now, how can I judge? But I think I'm going to put him in D. Now, Sancho, for me, is an S. He is... I mean, is he, though? Is he not an A? He's an A. He's an A. He's not an S. Yeah, he's an A. If he plays the same quality again this season, he's an S, for sure. Then we've got Militao. Is that how you pronounce his name? He's just moved to Real Madrid. Did really well for Porto. I think he's probably a B. He is probably one of the best centre-backs in the world for his age, for sure. Then we got, is that Palacios? Linked with Arsenal. He's a D. And then we have, who is that? Is that Paredes? Is that his name? I think he's a D as well. The D list is growing. We've gone to another level here. We've got Haidara of RB Leipzig. I think he probably is a D. Lookman from Everton. I don't think he should be in the top 50, but he is. Then we've got Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro, is it? Lautaro? I probably butchers his name. Where does he go? He plays for Inter. Probably is a C, I would say. I think he's above D. Then we have Foden. Now, Foden, playing for Man City and getting into the team, he hasn't played maybe as much as we would all like to really see how good he is. But if Pep puts him in the first team, he's put him in the first team for a reason. And I think Foden is definitely a C. I think he maybe could even get into B. Then we have Ismail Sarr, is it? Ismail Sarr. He's going to be a D. Then we have the new Real Madrid signing, Rodrigo. I think he's a D. I haven't seen enough of him yet. Then we have, is that Milenkovic? I'm probably getting his name wrong as well, but I think he plays for Fiorentina, centre-back. He's probably a D. Then we have Paqueta from AC Milan. He's a C. He's better than most of these players in D, I would say. Now, just behind Mbappe, the most expensive teenager of all time, Felix. For me, he's a B because of that move he just got. I don't think he's on the same level as these players right here, but he's right there. It's so close. Then we have Guendouzi. I think he's probably a C. Then we have Wan-Bissaka. He's probably a C as well. Big move to Manchester United, of course. I don't know who that is. Oh, hang on. Have I got someone mixed up? I think I may have got this. Okay, we're going to put him in D because I haven't seen enough of him. And then we've got Carla Selenia from Barcelona. He goes into C. So how about that? Have I got anything wrong here? I know there's going to be people screaming in the comments right now, asking why I've put this player here and not this player there. Would I make any changes? De Ligt is... He's so close to being up there. He really is. I just don't know if he should be an S yet. I think Mbappe and Trent deserve to be S because they are the very, very best in their positions. Just there's no one else comes close to those guys. There isn't a striker as good as Mbappe, and there isn't a right back as good as Trent in this list. Whereas De Ligt, you could argue Militao's on the same ability-wise, you know, and then you've got Jovic, probably same ability as Havertz. So I think I've done a somewhat good job here. It's very, very difficult, and I urge you guys to give this a go because, my God, it's not easy trying to put all of these players into a category. So what I'll do is I'll save this, and I will put the link in the description so you can go ahead and have a go yourself and tweet me what your list looks like. Of course, this is just a bit of fun. It's just one of those random videos I wanted to do, and I finally got around to doing it. The top 50 under 21 players based on value in the world, rated into 5 separate tiers. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to download Amino. Thank you to them for sponsoring this video. Please do follow me over there and join the Mustafi fan club. And I will see you guys in my next video soon.